Hello, and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie, and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there. I know that I am. You're going to have to get down from here, okay? Today's video is brought to you in part by Vickery Propane, locally owned and operated full-service propane supplier right here in Livingston and serving surrounding areas. Convenience, flexibility, and reliability. Vickery can also handle everything from installing your underground piping to installing and servicing your new propane appliances. Reliable and dependable and honest to a fault. With Vickery, you're not just an account number, you're part of the Vickery Propane family. Contact Vickery Propane today and see why Vickery is the fastest growing hometown propane gas company in the Livingston and surrounding areas. Senior discounts are available and auto delivery discounts, and you can order online. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make some really good, pretty healthy kale and potato soup. Okay, so when it comes to making kale and potato soup, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 3 potatoes. I like these red potatoes, they work really good. Medium size, about this big. And what you want to do is cut them into cubes, and the easiest way to do that is to take your potato and stand it up and just go like this. Cut these about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch thick or something close to that. Slices of potato, and then you just take them, I'll stack 2 like that, and you just go like this. And then just turn it like that and go, and now you got little cubes of potato. Do the other slices same way. Turn it this way. 3 potatoes. Now here's the kale I'm going to use. I got this at H-E-B, and they sell them in these bunches like this, and it's really cheap, and kale is extremely healthy. Anyway, this is $1.18 for a big bunch of kale like this, and I'm going to use this whole bunch, but before I use it, I'm going to take it to the sink and wash it. Okay, I've got my kale washed, and the way I wash it is I just run it under regular cold water in my kitchen sink, and just rinse them off real good. And that's, I don't know how other people do it, but that's what works for me. Next thing you want to do is get these real fat stems off here. And what works for me is to take it like this and just kind of grip your leaves here and then pull right there, and it just strips your leaves right off. And then I just throw them in this little strainer right here. Okay, I've got all my ingredients set aside. I've got 3 links of my favorite sausage. My wife turned me on to Zumo sausage years ago, and I've loved it ever since. 3 links sliced. I've got my 3 potatoes chopped into little cubes here. We're using a 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. We got 1 onion chopped, just a medium-sized onion chopped. We've got a couple of sprigs of parsley here. 3 bay leaves. And some thyme, fresh thyme. So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in my pan that I've preheated already. I've turned up my skillet all the way. I'm gonna move this oil around. And I'm gonna take this bulb of garlic, and I'm just gonna chop the whole bulb in half. Then I'm going to take that bulb, and I'm just going to put it right in this, right into this pan, just like that. And what that's going to do is add a lot of flavor, obviously, to the dish. I'm going to take my friend Mr. Wooden Spoon and just kind of move it around a little bit. Get this out of there. There we go. Then we're going to take that onion, we're going to put that in. We're gonna throw in our 3 bay leaves directly into that heat. Just put it in there. Next, we're gonna take our potatoes. Now I'm gonna take 3 pinches of kosher salt. Now you can use any kind of salt. I just happen to like this kosher salt. It's cheap. You can get it at HEB here in Livingston at HEB or Walmart. I'm going to put some black pepper. However much you like. I love black pepper, so I kind of go heavy on it. Stir around and just let it keep cooking. Man, the smell in this place is already amazing. Now I've got 6 cups of chicken broth here, and I'm not going to put it all in, but I'm going to put some of it in right now. It's about half of it. Put about half of it in there. Still got those bulbs of half bulbs of garlic in here. I'll pull those shortly, but we're leaving them in for now. Next, we're going to put in a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I got this right here at HEB in Livingston, and this smoked paprika really truly has a nice smoky flavor to it. It's just an amazing spice. So we're going to put that half a teaspoon of smoked paprika in here. Let's let it cook for a few minutes. Okay, it's been cooking for a few minutes now. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull out this half bulbs of garlic and the pieces. There we go, and discard that. Now we're going to take our 3 links of sliced sausage and put that in. Now, if you're a vegan, you don't have just don't put the sausage in. It's still a great soup. You know, sausage is just a added luxury that kind of elevates it, the deliciousness, shall we say. But if you're a vegan, this is a great soup. Just don't add the sausage, and you'll be just fine. Vegans, God bless y'all. Okay, now we're going to add some more of our chicken broth. In fact, the rest of it, all 6. Let's now have 6 cups of chicken broth in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our thyme, and we're going to take a couple of sprigs of that thyme. If I can figure out how to open it. There we go. We're going to take some of this thyme. Man, I love the smell of this stuff. I'm going to start growing it in my backyard pretty soon. God, I love how it smells. We're going to take this thyme and we're just going to put it right there. And we're going to take our 2 sprigs of rosemary and we're going to put them right there. And we're just going to kind of press them under here a little bit. And once this comes to a boil, we're going to lower it to simmer and we're going to let it cook until all the potatoes are nice and soft. Okay, with our soup now boiling, we're going to turn it down to simmer. Turn it down to about 250 degrees. We're going to return the lid and just let this simmer. Now, while this soup is simmering, what we're going to do is now we're going to take our kale leaves, and what we want to do is just kind of grab a bunch of them like this, and then you just kind of roll it all up like this. And what we want to do is just, roll it up like this. And what we want to do is just slice them like this. And what it does by rolling it up and then slicing it is it slices it into little ribbons. And that's what's going to be in our soup, you know, these ribbons of kale. So And so set that aside, then you get you some more. And just roll it up, however, whatever direction, doesn't matter, just roll it up like a Cuban cigar. And then just slice it into little ribbons. Okay, with our soup simmering, what you want to do, it's not necessarily how much time, but when conditions are right is for the next step. Now these potatoes is what we're looking for. And you want to check to see if they're fully cooked yet or almost fully cooked. And these are almost perfect. They need a few more, like 10 more minutes at this simmer. And before we take the next step, we're going to take out our thyme and our rosemary. It's just been sitting in there, just putting flavor all into this. Okay, so let's take those out now. They've done their job and they can be discarded. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our kale that we cut into little ribbons. We're just going to dump it right on the top of this. That's all. Just dump it on the top. Dump it on the top, and then we're going to return our lid, and we're going to let that just sit there. And we don't want to boil it into oblivion. You want it to have some freshness to it. So you put it on top, put the lid on, and you let it just simmer for about 10 more minutes. Okay, our kale has been sitting here steaming at this low temperature for about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat. And we're going to lift our lid. And here's our kale. And what we're going to do is just gently stir it in with the rest of our soup. The potatoes are all nice and soft now. Your sausage is all cooked. You got all those herbs and stuff for some really good flavor. But there's one more thing we still have to do. And when I designed this recipe, I was going with it just like this, and it's actually perfect. It's outstanding just like this. It's quite delicious. But my wife, Angel, suggested if I wanted to take it to the next level, then to add some heavy whipping cream. So I told her I'd give it a try, and I'll be darned if Angel wasn't right, man. So I'm taking 1 cup for the last step of this to really make this super delicious. 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and just pour it in. And then just gently stir in with the rest of your soup here. And here is our kale and potato soup. It's got the potatoes, got the sausage, lots of kale. Kale is just, I love this stuff. There's a kale salad that I make. It's part of my deep green salads that I do. And I just love kale. Kale is very cheap and it's very healthy. Now we're going to try this. Get lots of kale in there. Got some potatoes. Let's get a piece of sausage in there. There we go, right there. Man, that is good. Those red potatoes with that kale, then all the spices we threw in there, like the thyme and the rosemary, garlic, onion, bay leaves, salt, pepper, sumo sausage. And when you put it all together and it cooks at that low temperature like that until everything's soft and perfect, and everything and it's like an explosion of flavor. And other than the sausage and maybe the heavy whipping cream, this is a very healthy dish. You're getting your greens, and you're getting some good red potatoes too. That is so good. I could see eating that on a cold day, or on a day like today that's so beautiful. Now, one thing that goes good with this soup is you can either use this as an appetizer before a steak dinner or any other kind of dinner, or this soup itself can be the dinner. It is just so good. You might want to put some cornbread in it. You might want to put crackers in it, like Ritz crackers or something like that. Or you just might want to take a piece of buttery bread and dip it in there. Like French bread is really good with this. Dip and eat the soup, and just be in paradise. This is one of the very best soups you'll ever eat, I promise. So anyway, we hope you try it and we hope you like it. If you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. If you want to comment about anything in the world, comment below. And you can email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com. Make America great again.